Who I have winning? Who do you think are gonna win? Well, you'd like to know things based on the bat. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, for the stat, yeah, I can predict those. So alright, Dante versus Clive, Devil May Cry versus Final Fantasy. At the end of the Blade and Buffy one, when this got announced, and that just got recently uploaded on my YouTube channel, unfortunately, because I just kind of got to a bit later, and was trying to get the Blade reactions up, and that was taking a bit, but at the end of that one, when this was revealed, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, who cares? Like I didn't know Dante, I didn't know I didn't know Clive. I knew the only Final Fantasy I knew was Final Fantasy VII. And that's still kind of true for Final Fantasy though. We watched just a quick video on Clive. But prior to that, I have now seen the Devil May Cry anime from 2007 and the Netflix show from recently, I think. And honestly, now I do kind of like Dante, a bit. So I think I'm gonna be rooting for Dante. I like Dante as a character, and I think he's gonna win this too. Honestly, I'm coming here for expecting him to win. Cause yeah, he has I feel like there's a lot with like the like the powers and stuff. Reboots 2025, 1955. That's some pretty good animation for 1955. Many things they use in this one are stats, abilities, and endurance. I think I meant stats, abilities, and endurance. Okay. So the moveset on Clive was like 9 minutes long, the thing we watched. But Dante, he might have like the better abilities though, like with his like his regen, his stuff and whatnot. Endurance. I think I'm gonna give endurance to Dante. I'm gonna give endurance and abilities to Dante, and stats. Well, actually, no. This isn't me giving. This is predicting. I'm gonna predict. 'Cause I don't know them yet. I'm gonna predict abilities and endurance to Dante, and stats to Clive. But yeah, that's my predictions all around. We'll see if anything changes with the thing. I'm rooting for Dante, but for anybody who knows ball and has seen this of recently, I am wearing a Steelers jersey. They did not do good, so I'm not having a good time. And then Yella's Marble League, the Green Ducks. They did not do good in my most recent thing either. I'm cooked. I'm cooked right now. At least Pitt is, but they didn't play. But other teams that needed to win. The next up was the season finale of this year, Death Battle. So next up be the last one of the year. So I guess that does make sense because it's November. It's probably gonna be December, and then yeah, after that it'll probably be January. So interesting. All right, let's go.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power. And every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing:
killing demons. And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor.
Not just any Sundays, strawberry Sundays. at least that was the anime way. Yeah.
Like an unstoppable
Like the straw.
force of
Maybe he liked
nature.
any Sundays.
As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through. Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks.
Wow.
Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle.
Quite
All
the
round,
weapons
fiery
list.
fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira. And Navan, guitar. An electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless
Yeah,
laser
his
swords
sword
that
is
Dante
pretty
got
cool.
After slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr.
That's
Faust,
right.
a sentient head that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he
Boy.
needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger,
Ah,
a
yeah,
super
that
form
one.
Dante achieved.
That's what I
through
was
his
trying to say. I
supernatural
forgot the name
power.
of
By
it.
tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's
power-hungry
antics, killing
weeb?
the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And he used the demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is
Devil
Dante's
Sword
demon energy
Dante.
at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But
Say
thanks to
1,000
Nero and
rage
two
drops less
well-placed
than a
bitch
second.
slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil,
I could do that.
Dante will deal with
This could get some raindrops.
it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
He said it. He said it. Yeah, maybe some like the final forms and some like weapons I didn't really know, but like the basics of it from the show. Yeah, I don't know. He's I think they're really gonna harp on his like regeneration kind of thing. But I'm assuming Clive has something too, or if he didn't, I don't know if this would be real of a fight, like kind of like the Godzilla and Hulk death battle, where like they could both like just low key keep coming back. I'm assuming there may be something here. So yeah, we start with Dante. That's the one I was more familiar with. I'm pretty confident in Dante, but I'm really seeing what does Clive got? What does Clive got? Oh, you didn't see it? Oh, you want me to do it again? There we go. There we go.
Good news! This battle is sponsored by Raycon. Keep your ears open in your
Raycon.
holiday play.
Are these any
Black
good?
Friday
Because
is
I've seen
just
a
around
lot
the
of
corner, and
YouTubers
Raycon audio products are up to 30%
promote
off
these over the
site-wide.
years.
From everyday essentials to the latest releases, it's the perfect time to upgrade your sound or get ahead on gifting.
These early deals won't last long, so shop now before they're gone. Go to
I don't know. I'm not a
buyraycon.com.
big earbud person. Or at least like one like sitting. I only like when I feel like I'm like really on the go. So I'd probably like to get like one of these.
Upgrade your sound or get ahead on gifting.
These early deals
one of
won't last
these.
long, so shop now before they're gone. Go to buyraycon.com/deathbattleopen
And they work.
to save on. Sit down as we tell the tale of
Open
the
a
kingdom
box
of
of Raycon.
Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield. A man
Clive
destined to be a
Rossfield.
dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a Dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites.
The guy from Tekken. I don't know. I thought the way they that almost sounds like a diss. Like the guy from Tekken. Then who the heck is Annabelle? Dislikes Annabelle and discrimination. Just two things. It's the Annabelle and discrimination. And they put Annabelle first before discrimination.
But I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother, Annabella, Clive
Oh,
and Joshua
Annabella.
were only kind
Oh,
to
his
one another.
mother?
Clive saw the bird and his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning
The
he learned
doll
a bunch
Annabelle
of magic. He could shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman.
I mean, so am I,
Able to boost
though.
his speed and
Like,
perception
show me
with
something
precision
impressive.
dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along. The fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers,
Dang.
regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a
Maybe
walking
give
mountain.
that thing a
The
death
downside
battle.
being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit. Or
Oh,
battling
no,
the
that's
Phoenix in a
Clive?
fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Ramuth, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time.
Can I?
slice
I
it-
know this might. I don't know. Maybe it's early or late, but I would like to maybe make a asterisk to my prediction here. Right now I'm still leaning towards Dante, but I think they might give abilities to Clive here, and so that would give Dante stats if he were to win.
Part the fabric of space.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers, and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit.
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima Squared, but Clive still kicked his ass. Using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Oh, he said it. He said it. Alright, get a little nervous there at the end. You know, that was kind of a lot. For Clive, like, I don't know, beating, the Final Fantasy, like, god, or the godlike being. That might be so. Oh yeah, Dante off screen Lucifer. That Dante killed Lucifer. Clive killed God. So yeah. I'm a root Dante. I'm going to want Dante to win this. Who do I think though? Going up in this, watching this, I was fully for Dante up until like around here, and then the last like few minutes of the I guess like this minute of Clive's thing, it kind of got me a little nervous. I think this one could go either way. However, I'm gonna stick with Dante to win this as my prediction as well as who I'm rooting for. I just think there's just a little bit more to him, and just a little bit more like Riz stuff maybe. I don't know. As far as predicting the other things go, where are the three? Oh yeah, stats, abilities, and endurance. Man, every time I want to give someone something, I think of, this is pretty good from them. Like when Clive held out for like 13 years or whatever they said. Like he was a slave for 13 years, like endured that a while. And probably physical endurance with that. But I think Dante can endure a lot of attacks, though. I'm going to give Dante endurance and stats and give Clive abilities. Clive just has a lot of stuff. I think a lot of abilities. So I think it's going to be a 2-1. I'm not seeing any ties today. If there's only 3, it's going to be hard to tie. Unless like there's like a tie and then a sweep. But I don't see... I see either both of these guys at least winning something here. So yeah, I think this should be a good one. This should be a banger. I am predicting and rooting for Dante. But if Clive does win this, I don't think it's going to be like a Mickey result. I'm like, what? But maybe just a little disappointed, especially today of all days. A little salt in the wound of the sports teams not going too well.
So call your winner now, folks. Just like
Dante.
our sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off, and so does.
Oh, enough kidding. Actually, I hit a parlay today. That was a W. I did have a W today.
Pick 6 is the easiest way to play for big wins. With every possession,
I had some bonus bets because I hit one, so I put $50 on it. And I won like 90. So like I got like $40 on it.
Just pick more or less on 2 or more stats and unlock
W.
the upside every game
W.
brings. Oh, also new DraftKings customers score $50 worth in bonus picks with just a $5 entry on your first pick set.
Don't just watch basketball. Cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6.
I haven't watched
That's code.
Easiest way to play for big wins.
NBA,
with every
but
possession giving you a shot.
Here's how. Just
Troy Frank. This might just be B-roll.
pick more.
More than I think he did
or
get more
less
than 5
on 2 or more
receptions.
stats and unlock the
Oh, no,
upside every game brings. Oh, also new DraftKings
They're just picking. They're not even doing anything.
Just a $5
They're just showing it.
pick set. That's code Death Battle. Play just $5, get 50 in pick 6 bonus.
You can buy the TMC
In
1 through
partnership
3.
with DraftKings Pick 6. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit CSET and run the data through all possibilities.
Let's go, Dante. Clive, you're cool, but I'm going with Dante here.
I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Oh.
Let's wrap.
Fancy yourself a bard?
Oh, we got a lot. We got some lightning riz. Ooh. Endure it, Dante. Oh yeah. Ooh.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
Dang.
What the hell is that?
Virgil's got some competition.
Ooh.
Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do.
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Push him!
Oh, they're in space now. They're in space now. Oh man, yo, this is popping off. Oh, we got the buns. We got the quick time event. Ooh. Holy crap. Oh.
Please. Just once. I need more.
It's been a bash, Smokey. Clive, I need it.
Oh no! Oh.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh no!
After a fight like this, a god will be nothing.
Bro got incinerated, bro. Really, bruh? After a fight like this, a god will be nothing. That was a sick one. That was fire. And I gotta do it. At least it got respect, but dang. I mean, let me like. I'm not. I mean, I'm not the. You know, I haven't even played the Devil May Cry games. Like I said, I just seen the shows like in preparation for this. So I'm not the biggest Dante fan. So I'm like I'm a fan now, but I'm not like heartbroken over it. I think it just stings a little bit more just because of my record today of rooting for things. Like I'm literally 0-3. Like at least I hit the parlay because dang, I was not going for just straight up rooting. I was getting a little like when it was like going the distance. I was like, I don't know, I had just a weird feeling it was gonna end something like this. It's actually hyped up right now as one of the best fights of the season. I honestly, yeah, like that was like fire as far as like just straight up like animation goes, straight up fight. Like they were going crazy with that one. Like, it was like. Like, bro, I like just straight up like pound for pound and just absolute cinema. One of the closest battles, yeah. Close battle, great animation. I think it helped too is because like it was like animated in like a similar like 3D style like the games had. So it looked very like realistic. If any of them yeah, they both did their thing. They both did their thing. Like, I'm just like mildly disappointed because of course I was rooting for Dante because I like Dante. I just didn't really know Clive like that, but I don't entirely know Dante like that either. But I'm glad I watched this one though because this was cool. Like definitely a banger. Regen because he had many battles before this. Hand on shoulder meme. They call it the K. I don't know if he's regenerating from this one. Maybe. Yeah, I'll wait till they show the thing.
That was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive
good fight, good matchup, yeah.
This is best explained through 3 categories.
Okay. Stats, abilities, and endurance. So, Clive won. So, if Clive won, I think this has to be 2-1 because if there's a tie, and it was close and Clive won. I feel like because if there was a tie, if they each won 1 and then tied 1, that ties at 1. Unless they tie 2, they could tie. Hold on, what if they tied 2? Ooh, I like that. I like that. I'm gonna tie endurance. I'm gonna tie endurance and stats and give Clive abilities. So it's like 1-2 still, but it's like a looks something like it's like a 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, and 1. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. What did I say? Oh, yeah, stats and endurance tied, and abilities go to Clive. That's my prediction.
Starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still,
so there's gotta be 2 ties.
You'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
So they're gonna tie this one, it looks like.
Flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable. In addition to defensive measures like
music was on point again too.
Outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers
Yeah,
to most of
okay.
each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
So I gave that to
Which is
Clive.
why it
So
comes down to one
Clive's
major
gonna
factor.
get endurance. Okay.
Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more
So
to
they
get
gave
the final edge.
Clive endurance,
The devil
okay.
was in the details, but Clive's
Ah.
victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rossfield.
Next time,
So they gave it to Clive here. All right, GG's. I'll take that L. Like I said, wasn't the biggest of L's for me, but an L on the prediction record. But it was a great fight. It made up for a banger fight. I'm not mad at that one. I'm not mad at that one at all. Perhaps I'll play their games one day, like the Devil May Cry one, maybe even that Final Fantasy. We'll see. Yeah, perhaps maybe one day. I don't know. That's on the Dante voice actor. I don't know what his voice was like in the games, so it may be more fitting for that. It was a little different from I think what the anime was, but I thought it worked. Clive, I thought he sounded like a Skyrim NPC at first. I'm not trying to roast. That's just what I thought. If that's even a roast, but then his voice kind of like fit more. I mean, like at very first, like maybe like his first like line or two. All right, Death Battle, GG's. As far as fight and epicness, yeah, probably one of the greatest, one of the best ones in a bit. At least from seems ones I've seen. Yeah, that was a W one. Who will be the season finale? Who are they gonna end with? My go-to, I keeps is the Ash and Yugi one. I think that might have a chance. I feel like that would be a good season finale. Shotaro, shout out to you, for sending me the Devil May Cry anime stuff. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have even cared about this one too much if I didn't have at least a little bit of a horse in the race. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to really play through all the games and everything, but yeah, that would have been a lot for one death battle too. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Ash and Yugi. That's my guess. I don't know what else to guess, so we'll just go Ash and Yugi here. Who's it gonna be? Oops.
Death Battle.
Death Battle 2025 finale. Oh! It is Ash versus Yugi.
Subscribe and join us.
Ash
to see
Ketchum
more
versus
Death Battle.
Yugi
Thanks for
Moto.
watching.
Oh, that's gonna be a banger. That's gonna be a banger. Ash is gonna die. Hey, wait, hey. Who are they gonna... If they... I think there's a chance with Ash Greninja. If they pull... I don't know whose Ash team's gonna be. If they're gonna do Indigo League only... yeah, Ash is probably cooked. But if they do like best team overall, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I do like Yugi. I like Ash as well. That's gonna be a good one. And one that I know. Like I've seen all of like the original Yu-Gi-Oh seasons. I've seen the Indigo League. I've seen a lot of Pokemon actually. I've seen all of XYZ. In the child I've seen, some episodes throughout the Diamond and Pearl era and the Advanced era, and I have seen even more recently that one like some journeys that was sent a little bit, and I've watched Sun and Moon as well, which that version of Ash probably would get stomped. No, I'm kidding. Mirror Force wipes Ash's whole team. Yeah, that's gonna be a very interesting one. Dante versus Clive. That was a great one. That was a W one. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, W Death Battle, and the next one's gonna be interesting. Early like thoughts. Listen, I do like Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, but like Joey Wheeler's more my guy. But like I think I might be rooting for Ash in that one, even if it does seem cooked. I don't shy away from the roots. Here I rooted for Ruby, and I rooted for Chief against the odds. Just because Ash is just more of like a character that I've known and like I guess a little bit. We're fully going in on Yugi. Pause. He may win, or he probably will win, but we'll see.